Well, she's back. This is going to be a different video. I'm going to count my blessings in this video. I am so blessed. I had another great grandson this Friday, and he's healthy and beautiful, and I'm going to put some pictures before and after the video of him too, just a couple of stills. But that's what it was. That's my new great grandson, Liam. And then I had one exactly 1 week before that on a Friday, a great grandson. So that makes 7 great grandkids I have. Or no, 5, 6. Yeah, it makes 7 great grandkids I had. It's terrible when you have to stop and count. It's also kind of hard on me at Christmas. But anyway, not that I send each one of them something, but even if you just send the family something, it's whatever. Depends on what you send, I guess. But I'm not complaining. I'm blessed. Man, am I blessed. With everything else gone to crap this year, to have 2 healthy baby boys born in December of this year, I was so worried inside about it, because we all have our worries sometimes. And I'm just so happy. And I feel so blessed. I'm so grateful. And I thank God for it. And you know, there's when I meditate, and I always do it laying down on the massage table, and I start by lining up my chakras. And when I get to my heart center, which is the green, you know, I bring the lights in, you know, red, orange, yellow, the green. Of course, throat chakra's beautiful, like a turquoise blue, and the indigo, and the white light or purple or whatever you want to call it when you connect to God. But to help me remember not to try to spend all this time thinking about me, when I get to the heart chakra, I just envision, you know, breathing in the beautiful green, the emerald green. And when you first breathe out, like if you just do 3 deep breaths into it, you can envision even bringing, when you breathe out, that you're bringing in this beautiful green, and you're breathing out green, but it's not so beautiful, like you're cleansing the heart, you're cleansing it out, and by about the 3rd breath, this emerald green's coming in and going out. And when you get to that part, is when you start really thinking about your immediate family. But you have to include self. You have to love yourself too. So you have to say, you know, like, dear Lord, please help me to remember to love myself. And thank you so much for keeping my family safe and protecting my family. And I want you to bless them, and I want to send out love to them. And then start sending out love to your neighbors on each side, and to, like, if you live in a small community, the small community right around you. Then send it out to the city and the county, until you just ensconce the whole world in this beautiful ball of green healing light. And I always picture the Lord's hands on it, but like the earth and the Lord's hands with the green just glowing all around it, healing us up. But we all have our own ways where we connect better. So since this was the shortest day of the year, it's starting back the other way in the morning, and it's not too far till morning right now. So I mean, it's already after midnight here, or if it's not, it's getting close to it. I can't see the clock from here. So I just want to thank all you guys and bless all you guys. And I've never thought of sending this out to the internet community, but send it out to the internet community, send it out to everybody. and not be make sure it doesn't have to be like-minded. Send it more to people who aren't like-minded, but just try to engulf the whole world in God's love and energy. And if you don't think of it as God, higher power, universal love is what I think of, because like I do Reiki, and when I do the massage and I heal people up, and people say, where I can feel that coming through, is that coming from God? And I'm saying, yeah, there only is one, force, and it's the force of love, and it's, love, nature, God, whatever you want to call it, because I don't want to put my beliefs on somebody else, no matter what they are. So it is definitely a loving, all-encompassing, all-one energy. That was the hardest concept. After I started studying when I first started studying the Course in Miracles, and when I first I'd been studying metaphysics for a while, and I'd read a lot of the Edgar Cayce readings, but just the concept of we're all one, that was the hardest concept for me, because I was so selfish. I thought, I don't want to be one with other people. I can't believe I felt that way then. But this energy that sustains us, this life force, we're all one. There's no place where my energy stops and yours starts. There is no boundaries between the love and the energy between humans. And that's why a lot of people wonder what namaste meant, or means, or whatever. And that just means the Christ in me salutes the Christ in you. And that's acknowledging that our fellow human beings are part of God, and also acknowledging at the same time that we're part of God. So anyway, I didn't want to spend all night giving you guys a sermon, but I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to put these pictures of that beautiful, beautiful baby boy of mine in there. And I'm just wondering if I even turn this camera on. I'm going to check it here in just a minute. But I'm going to put the pictures of that beautiful, beautiful baby boy in there and show you just how gorgeous he is. I didn't read on Rudy in the last one, and I was going to read on him, see what he's up to. But I just want you to know that I love you all, and I want to thank you all, and push the like button, and I promise you won't get a sermon in every one of these you watch. But I'm just going to try to be simpler. She's back. Anyway, I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas again, and just thank you all so much for watching. And see if we can get a picture of these cards here. I tried to move this table over a little bit. I probably, when I go to redo this, I'll look at it and think, well, I should have left it just like it was. Well, and I also just shuffled my cards all wrong, I think. Anyway, let me grab another deck. So, what's up with Rudy? Let's see. Today, even after that meeting that everybody was talking about, which was yesterday, I guess they were all back at the White House. I can't think of that guy's name, that lawyer that's such a horrible lawyer that's been, excuse me, that lady's name that's such a horrible lawyer. That's Trump's thinking about making her why, I can't remember all the stuff on the news today, but some kind of investigator or something, special counsel or something. I don't even know how she got her law degree, but she got it somewhere, and I'm sure she's making big bucks doing what she's doing. Probably making more in a day than I made all my life, working 2 jobs. So I guess we shouldn't slight people when they're obviously smarter than I am, at least when it comes to making money. But anyway, let's do old Rudy. I heard it looks like he's in big trouble in New York. And you know what? Trump can't get him out of that. So he might be jumping in on that coup too. It sounds funny and it sounds ridiculous. So let's just hope that they're really as stupid as they look. Have they just been trying to look stupid because they got something big planned? Or That's what's scary. I don't think any of them's that smart. There's only one of them that scares me in that whole bunch, and he's not at the White House, but that's the one I read on the last deal, that Eric Trump. Eric, why I call him Trump? Well, because there is a Trump. That Eric Prince, he's scarier and scare. But let's hope he's not in on this, and he's not, that this wasn't all a set-up deal or something. Which I don't think it is. Not knowing anybody to worry, but I just so let's just read on Rudy. How much trouble is Rudy in? Let's cut these cards one more time. Let's shuffle these cards one more time. I'm sorry about that. It's just the way it goes when you're doing this. Just got to do it one more time sometimes. It wasn't a very good shuffle, so we might have to do it again. Yeah, I know you guys wanted to do that. Watch this video so you can just watch me shuffle for 20 minutes. Okay, we got it now. It's okay now. It's there. Oh, wow. So is he going to walk away from this? If he does, he'll walk away from it straight into prison. He knows Trump's a bully. Maybe Trump's mad at him because he's not going for it. But the first card out of the pile, which is the signifier for this, is a bully in the crowd. Boy, are we surprised about a bully being in the crowd when we're talking about the gang that couldn't shoot straight. Well, I don't know if they're trying to elude or make us delusional or whatever. I think we all feel like we're living in La La Land, but I'm sure they are, because this is what's going on with Rudy. He's not right in the head. Surprise, surprise. He's been trying to throw all this crap out there to drive us crazy, but I think it's drove him crazy instead. And oh boy, is there some secrets coming out on Rudy. So I don't know if they'll get a hold of him until Trump gets out of office, but they're going to get a hold of him. And oh, wow. Oh, wow. He don't know where the bodies are buried quite as much as Flynn does. I think Flynn might know where some bodies are buried. Some real bodies. But Rudy knows where all the bodies are buried, informational-wise. And of course, he's been in with Trump for 40 years, so there might be some real bodies in there too. They hung out on that island with Mr. Ebbs. And his sweetheart, who's in jail now. I wonder what's going to happen to her when this all changes over. Did they'll bury her somewhere so she don't get the Clintons in trouble or anything like that? Who knows? That's why we don't have a better government. They're not all divided that much. They're all kind of in it together. So we got the Queen of Wands in the sky over Rudy's wedding. Too late night for me. Rudy's reading. So they might have to end up getting this from the Senate and the House, getting the okay on it, but they are going to get the paperwork on him. I'm pretty sure that paperwork's coming out. In fact, they've already applied for this is in the recent future. That's probably why this got out, why it hit the news. They just recently applied for that paperwork. Oh, gee. And Rudy knows if they get a hold of it, his ass is out in the cold. His ass and his money is out in the cold if they get a hold of those records. And they're going to get a hold of them. And this is from New York. Trump can't stop him from being in trouble in New York. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if all of them don't do a Harry Carry before it's through. So maybe they'll all get in a circle and like a circular firing squad or something. Who knows? Because some of this trouble, I can't see where they're going to be able to avoid it. And they're not used to having to put up with any trouble. This is going to get delayed for a while. Whatever they're applying for it, instead of them giving it to them, they're messing it around and delaying it for a while. This is on Rudy. Meanwhile, he knows he's screwed. This is his card. He's got the death card. I hope it don't kill him. It could kill him. He's my age. Anything, he could trip, and it could kill him. But anyway, yeah, this is what's going on with Rudy. That's him. Ooh. Looks like one of the four horsemen of apocalypse. Oh, I tell you what, I don't know what's happening to me. It's almost scary, but I'm getting where I can't pronounce words I've even pronounced all my life. That's really scary. There's a strong woman around him. So whoever he finds to take care of this court case or defend him or whatever is a strong woman, or either this is just the women in the house coming after his ass, but it shows what surrounds him is women. And we know he's not surrounded by women, so I'm thinking he either don't be surprised if he gets a woman counselor to get him when he goes to court. But you know, this is in the Southern District of New York, and is that Letitia James? She's the one that's maybe going to put the heels to him. Got the death card, and we got this strong woman on top of it. I'd be willing to bet you that that's a prosecutor or a judge. And then what he's most afraid of is going to jail. Got the jail card here. We do. So that's what he's most afraid of. And let's see what the outcome card is. Well, he's got the sunshine, and I don't think he's getting out of nothing. And there's not a pardon big enough to pardon him in all the states he's screwed up in. And it's New York that's coming after him. So I think this has just got to be all the sunlight that's going to be shined on all this, that they are going to get the paperwork, and I guess the public's going to find out about it. It looks like this is going to come out in the open. They'll try to keep some of it a secret because they're going to want to keep it small as they can until they get him in court, until they get a grand jury and stuff. They're not going to want to leak anything out. But before this is all over, we're going to find out exactly why old Rudy's gone to jail and almost everything he's done. That looks really good, really good. And it's going to be because of this strong woman from New York, and it's going to be what he thinks is the death of him, which probably would be if he goes to jail. It's not easy in jail. Of course, they'd probably put him in one of those fur-lined ones, like they put all the rich people in, especially he might have to turn Jewish so he can go to a rich Jewish prison, so he can be in there with Kushner. That's who we'll read on. Let's read on Kushner and see why he isn't in jail already. So I read on Ivanka just recently, and I think I read on Kushner too, but let's see what he's thinking about in the middle of all this, if he's going to throw in with these guys that are trying to hijack the government. God, these guys are crazy. I never seen so many in fact, I just seen a really short deal on YouTube about that guy that's in charge of Pat Robertson. I was going to say the 700 Club. He's even coming out saying that Trump is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's never said that before, but he's saying he's crazy and he shouldn't never be president again and everything. And what a change after all these guys backing him. So if he loses his these right-wing churchgoers who've been totally brainwashed by just listening to whatever the church tells them instead of watching real news and seeing what's going on. So if he's losing them, or maybe Pat Robertson's so old he feels like he just can't die with that lie on his tongue. Who knows? But if he's losing them, then he's going to lose most of his strength, because that was anything that would have probably half of the people that voted for him. And I will not, like I say, I still don't believe in any shape, form, or fashion that 60,000 people voted for him or whatever. There is no way. Anyway, let's just thank God that, like Glenn Kushner said, too big to rig and too real to still. Let's see. So we're going to do, I'm going to use these other cards for him. I haven't used these cards in a long time. Let me use these for, we're going to do Kushner, and then we're going to cleanse the energy in here. I do have some candles going in here, and I have some frankincense and myrrh in this drawer right under my nose, but we're going to do a quick reading for the next 4 months going forward, for the next 4 quarters going into next year, and see if things don't start looking up pretty quick. So I've shuffled these cards 100 times since I've used them. I've had them out here and not used them so many times, but let's get some of Kushner's energy in here. So what's going on with you? Why are you being so quiet? Oh man, he decided, he's getting ready to turn religious. For real. No, he's got justice coming down on him. He's got the Ace of Swords here. He's got justice coming down on his shoulder. And he's worried about money. I always thought the most wonderful thing in the world would be to be rich so you didn't have to worry about money. But in the last 3 years, I've pulled more money cards out of here reading on these guys, and more money worries than even I've had in a whole lifetime. And so I'm thinking maybe it wouldn't be nice to be rich. Not if you were so rich that you were addicted to it, where you had to have it every day. So we got the Ace of Swords, and this is Michael. This is my favorite angel. He's worked with me all my life, and he worked with the church I was really drawn to. I'll have to tell you a story about that. When I write my book, I'll tell you a story about Michael. So, and then we got him wondering if he's got enough money, probably to pay all his lawyers, because he shows him holding it close to his chest. This is the money that he's got stashed over here that he can actually get to. He's finally realizing he's been really stupid, that he's did a lot of stupid things, and he's wondering how he's going to get out of it. That's the foundation of the reading, is the Fool. He knows that he has really been stupid, and he can't act like he's stupid because he's running around pretending like he was the smartest man in the world. He had planned on maybe getting out of this some way. He thought maybe Donald would pull him out or pardon him out of it or something, but that's what he thought up to just recently. Let's see what's going on now. Well, we got the Four of Wands. He's wishing he'd have paid more attention to the common people. This is the one of all the common people in back, and they're totally oblivious to him. So he's wishing he'd have done something really to help people instead of just to hurt people and grab money. At least he could point back at it. He's thinking, I don't even have anything to point back at. He's still got money coming in. We got a 9 of coins here with the Bird of Paradise. He's still, on some level, he thinks he's getting out of this. He really does think he's getting out of this. Thinks he's getting out of it with a lot of money and the Bird of Paradise on his shoulder. And I don't even think he'd think that way if he even thought he was going to prison for 2 years to get through with all this money for his family and stuff. Maybe he's more delusional than he appears to be. We got the Broken King. In this deck, I call this the Broken King. It's the King of Coins, but it's the weak king. So maybe that's why he thinks he's got the bird of paradise. He thinks that Trump's going to pull something off. What does he know? Does he know something we don't know? There's nothing Trump could possibly pull off that would save him in any way. Unless they just look the other direction and let him rob a bank right in front of him after Biden takes over, which wouldn't surprise me a whole lot. For Nancy Pelosi to be standing there and Biden both watching him doing something and saying, well, we better not get him in trouble. Because if we say something and they're going to say something about the Democrats, which they say every 30 seconds anyway, but that's about how they look at it. They spend so much time playing defense that they don't even know what's going on. Now that the election's over, I can say that. And if you don't like it, that's all right. You don't have to agree with me. Not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying they're in their own little beltway bubble. Yeah, his star's going down. We got the star card over Trump, who we're doing this on Kushner, but we got the star card over the father-in-law. He knows his star's going out. It's upside down. And his biggest fear is this card's coming up a lot, but it's not for happy ever afters. It's just saying, yeah, the sun's going to get shown on every misdeed he's done. This is right over the top of the magician over here, where he thought he still might have a chance. He doesn't have a chance. I have a feeling, we got Judgment here. I have a feeling that they're going to find out so much stuff on him that he's going to be lucky that they still don't crucify people. I think he's going to be so dirty. I think the dirt's going to come out on him from everywhere and every corner. He's definitely being judged. And let's see, he's going to be judged for theft. Let me put these down here where you can see them in case that is picking something up. For theft. It's going to change his whole world totally. Just the opposite of what it is now. He'll be lucky if he's not destitute before this is all going. He's going to be hopefully in prison for years. Going to be hung up somewhere. In a hell of a place. Let's look at that. I wasn't going to draw another one. I'm going to draw one more. Oh my God. He'll be lucky if he don't die before this is over. Going to really inconvenience him, and he's never been inconvenienced in his life. So we even got the death card. So coming up for him, we got him getting in trouble for stealing, changing his whole world, hanging him upside down, being chained to the devil, greed and avarice. We got the sunshine up here showing us. We got judgment, sunshine, and we ended with the death card. So he's kind of young to drop, but at natural causes, but maybe if he ends up in jail, he won't get his fresh air or something. Although the type of jail they'd put him in is probably nicer than anywhere I ever lived. I'm not saying I didn't live in nice places, and I'm not saying I'm not happy with where I'm at. I'm just saying, even when they put the ones that commit the white collar crime in jail, the ones with money. There's a lot of people probably that committed small white collar crime that are in the jails with everybody else, but they're not going to put him in there. So that's what I see on Jared. As soon as I turn that off, I'll think of something. Oh, let's see what's coming. We're going to go through the quarters of next year. So we're getting away from politics. That's what I said. It's going to... Oh, that... No, it's not on the other side because I can smell it so strong in here. Looking for my frankincense. There it is. So I'm just going to... Boy, that's strong. Let's just get this... Wow. Let's just sweep this clean. Sweep it all clean. Sweep it all clean. I had my bells, but they're over on the other side of the room. Just sweep it all clean. see. What's going on this next year? I'm only going to draw 4 cards, maybe 8, but I'm only going to go 4 across and maybe underneath them for more clarification. Let's see. What's this year bringing up? And Merry Christmas, all you guys that are watching this, in case I don't get that before Christmas. This is Tuesday, and I guess Christmas is Friday. I'm not going to tell you what I did on Thanksgiving. I should, because it's a good laugh. Oh, I don't want to tell on myself. Doesn't matter. Maybe I can remember Christmas is on Friday. Because I didn't remember that the day before Thanksgiving was on Wednesday. I was thinking I was supposed to go somewhere on Thursday, and it was Wednesday night instead. But anyway, it all worked out. But it made me feel pretty dumb. So yeah, okay, I'll cut them. I've been told to cut these cards again. Okay, let's see what's coming up for this next year. What's coming up for this next year? And maybe I'll move that. I don't want to get it in the way of the... I want to be able to see them. These cards are not as bright as the other ones. Well, January, February, March. So there will be a more loving attitude coming in. There will definitely be a more loving attitude coming in. Maybe getting back to nature, maybe just immediately, even though I don't feel like they're going to be a big change. Maybe they'll do some things for the environment as soon as the Biden, presidency comes into being. Because we have, in these cards, it's called the Ace of Earth. And the Earth is coins. So maybe they'll put money towards cleaning up the earth and helping nature. We got this beautiful buck here. I don't know if you can see it or not in these cards. It is so beautiful, so beautiful. I don't want to get that in the way, but yet if you get too much light on these cards, I've been there before, it messes them up, puts glare on them, or on any cards. So we got the Ace of Earth for January, February, March, April, May, and June. We got new begin. Wait a minute, that one's the second one down. April, May, and June. We've got love and strength. We have to bring through the feminine energy for April, May, and June. You have to bring through this love, this strength. It's going to take a lot of patience because everybody's going to be in a hurry. And then July, August, and September, which is only 6 months away, we're going to really feel like we're into new beginnings. We're going to feel safer when we go out. We're going to feel more protected, even though maybe not everybody's had their shots. We're still need to use precaution, but we're all going to get rid of this innate fear. Even like I talked to my son tonight, and he's 40, and he thinks, he runs a big business. It's not his, but he works for a big corporation, but he's up in management in it. And he says, we've had 27 people this the last week, and they've all come back to work, or not the last week, the last 3 or 4 weeks, but we've just been shorthanded, and they're all right. He seems to have always thought that everybody's just going to be all right. Well, let's hope that that's what happens, that these people that have had this, that have only had it a short time, that there's no lasting effects, because a lot of people are finding lasting effects. But anyway, here is everybody feeling better and wanting to step out and get out of the house and ready for that change. And then October and November and December, we got the Ten of Wands. So I can see this is the economy really getting going, starting back up and really going, and about by next October, which sounds like a long ways away to a lot of people. It doesn't to me, because things take time. But we've always been so spoiled and wanted instant gratification here in America. When I hear some of these people talk, even people in my family, it's, yeah, but I just don't want to do this. Well, there's times in life where we have no choice. We have to do things. And if it never gets any worse than this has been, of course, I thank God I've had a roof over my head and everything through this, and plenty of food in the refrigerator. Too much food, in fact. I don't want to go there. But anyway, and I don't want to put that energy out either. Thank you, Lord. But about October of next year, our economy is going to be up buzzing. So maybe they're going to get the kinks out that they're trying to leave them. And it could have maybe gotten up quicker if we'd had somebody that wanted to make a smooth transition and try to help and really do something with their last 3 months in office instead of tearing our world apart. But this man's a monster. He's got to go, and he's got to get out of there. And I don't care what he does as long as I don't have to see his frickin' face on TV, although I wouldn't mind seeing the pictures of him getting called into court and going to jail. So that's what's going to happen for next year. I was going to draw clarifiers for these cards, but these cards need no clarifiers. Hopefully they'll get some more. I'll draw one card over this coins card here. I want to see if they might come out with more stimulus. Ten of Cups. Yeah. They will come out with more stimulus the first 3 months of next year. It's going to make the families feel better. Going to hold us together. And then come June, things are going to start to move. New beginnings right over the full Chariot. Things are going to move in a new direction, a good direction, something different, something good, energy. And then by the end of next year, the last 3 months of next year, it looks there's a Queen of Swords coming into power. So I don't know if that's when people get more accepting of Kamala Harris, or if her job gets bigger at that time, or whatever. But the second I turned that card over, that's all I could think of was her. So it looks like by the end of 21, I don't know if she's going to be helping more. There's just going to be so much to do, but she's going to have a higher profile in government than a lot of vice presidents do, which is good, because it's going to take two of them to pull us out of this. So anyway, that's my reading for this Christmas night. It's not Christmas yet, but it's really getting close. I want to bless you all, and I want to thank you for watching the channel. And if you like this, push the thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, push it up anyway, because I really need the help. I need to get some more subscribers to this channel. Anyway, I'm just playing with you. Do whatever you want to do. I love you all, and God bless you all. Oh, and if you want a personal reading, it's LynnTarotReadings@gmail.com, and I've got openings, and I absolutely love doing them. It's LynnTarotReadings@gmail.com, just like my channel, LynnTarotReadings@gmail.com. And I'd love to get you down and give me something to do over the next couple of weeks. And I might get to be on New Year's Eve. I might get, looks like I've got an invite from Jen Lynn and Becca and Johnny and them to be on their channel for a food drive they're having. So that sounds wonderful. It'd be nice to feel like I was doing something to help. So night all, and thank you so much, and bless you all.